You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
Super Rugby Aupiki Grand Final this afternoon. Blues women hosting the Chiefs Manawa, 4 o'clock at Eden Park. Full commentary on Gold Sport and iHeartRadio. Let's bring in, first of all, Chiefs Manawa lock loose forward cover Grace Kukutai, who'll come off the bench for the defending champions this afternoon. Grace, thanks for taking our call. You've lost your last 2 games after winning your first 4. So what's come out of your review of your games in the last couple of weeks?
I think it's a classic example of we learn a lot more from a loss than we do a win. So we've done a lot of soul searching after the last couple of games, and I think we've finally nailed down what the big things we need to change to fix.
So were there any particular areas that were given more focus than others?
Yeah, it was a really interesting stat that came up. We're actually leading a lot of the statistics across the board, but our top 2 error rates are our own mistakes. So stuff like handling errors and like not cleaning up our own rucks. And they're things that we can control in a game. So it's actually a really simple fix. It's just carrying hard, looking after our mates, and both on attack and defence. So
you've had a win and a loss against the Blues, who you play obviously in the final this afternoon. How do you reckon you match up against the Blues?
I think it's going to be a great battle. We know that both our forward packs are some of our strengths, and we've both also got really strong backs. So I think across the competition, we're probably the teams that have a good spread across the field of really talented players. So I honestly think it's going to be a game that everyone needs to watch, and I think it's going to go down to the wire.
Oh, looking forward to it. This is your rookie season with Chiefs Manawa, Grace. How have you found it?
I've loved it. Coming down the highway to Waikato and just reconnecting with girls down here. It's been awesome. We've got a great team vibe. The coaches are really innovative and like making us look at the game in a different way. And so I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I just think Aupiki competition is really exciting and only growing.
Tell us about some of that innovation that the coaching staff have initiated within the team.
Yeah, just in particular, our shape. So you'll probably notice we don't really play a standard 1-3-3-1 forward shape. And as a sevens cross to 15s, that's really exciting for me because it means that we're not stuck in structure as such. We can look up and have a little bit more roaming rights and get to play and run some really fast rugby. So, yeah, I think if you are going to watch the game, just have a look at our setup off set piece and it's pretty exciting.
We'll keep an eye on that. How are you finding 15s compared to 7s? And in particular, the far greater contact that happens in 15s?
Yeah, well, it's pretty... actually, last time I played 15s, I was out on the wing. And now I'm up in the front line. And yeah, you definitely take a few hits, but it's cool. It's been awesome for my game. Contact area has always been a big part, big work on for me coming from netball originally and then to sevens. So I've got some pretty awesome teammates that let me smash them in training and give me lots of critique and just to make me better. So yeah, it's definitely a big battle up front, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the hard work and getting my head in dirty places.
When you came back to 15s, were you expecting to go back onto the wing or was going into the forward pack always the plan?
It was actually my coach, Chris Kukutai. She always said that with my physical, like I'm quite a tall, athletic build, she said that she feels like it could bring something a little bit different in the forward pack with my speed and agility. So she just said that if I come back and play 15 for her, she'd love to see me in the lock Lucy role. And it had just happened that one of the girls got pregnant, Kelsey Wills. She just welcomed a new baby. She got pregnant during contracting times and a contract popped up in the lock spot. So it's pretty cool to be able to get the opportunity to come and give it a crack.
Yeah, very cool. And netball fans, of course, and you just alluded to it before, will remember you from your time with the Mystics. How did the switch across to rugby come, Grace? Firstly, from netball across to the sevens game.
Yeah, there actually used to be a competition called the Red Bull Ignite series, and it was a series aimed at getting players or athletes from different codes to come over and give it a crack. So I just had a summer playing sevens in my off season for netball and fell in love with the game and got opportunities to travel overseas, and I sort of haven't looked back since.
And even with the new ANZ Premiership season about to begin, no hankering to get back on a netball court and put a netball bib back on?
Actually, a few of my best mates are still playing for the Mystics, the Magic, and the Stars. So yeah, there's always good banter whether I'm going to come back over and give it another crack. But I'm happy supporting them on the sidelines for now and really enjoying my rugby journey. But I always say that doors never shut. And if the opportunity ever popped up in netball again, who knows? I'd never say no. I'd always give it a thanks before saying no. So yeah, the door's always open for me, I feel.
That's cool. Always good to keep your options open. And back to rugby to finish. What are your aspirations in this sport, in 15s and in 7s, Grace? What are you looking to achieve at this level and maybe at the next level up?
Yeah, I think when I first transferred over, obviously I wasn't, the whole contact area was really new to me, and so I really enjoyed the idea of 7s, having a little bit more space, a lot more running, a lot less contact. But now that I've had a little bit more time in the 15s game, I enjoy both for different reasons. So I think in the past I've put all my eggs in one basket, specifically with 7s, and turned down offers with 15s before. So now I'm just open to whatever comes my way. I'll always have an ear to hear things out. And I mean, the dream is always to represent New Zealand, I think, and wear the black jersey. But whether that's in 7s or 15s or any other code, I'm always really open and happy to give something a try.
Outstanding. Well, I look forward to seeing what the future holds. In the meantime, though, this afternoon's Super Rugby Aupiki Final. All the best against the Blues women this afternoon, Grace. Thanks for taking the time for a chat.
So thanks for having me.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.